When the sales order are created, a lot of the fields are automatically filled out with information from the customer card. But we can change these. I will walk you through some of these fields. Sell to address comes from the customer card, but we can change it if this should be different from this order. The same goes for the contact information. Document date, posting date, and order date is automatically filled out with the date that this order was created. But if we are not posting and shipping the sales order on the same day, we will often change document date and posting date. Document date refers to the date that the related issues was created. For instance, the posted sales invoice will be set to have been issued on this specific date. And the due date is based on this document date on the posted documents. In posting date, we define when the financial posting should be done of the ledger entries. By changing this date, we can define in which month the sale should impact. The order date is for when the order was created. The salesperson code from the customer card can be updated if there's another salesperson that are in charge of this order. If we scroll down to invoice, here we can change the currency code if it should be different to the one that the document is automatically set in. Right here it's blank, and that is because this customer uses the local currency and therefore a currency code has not been defined. If you want prices on the sales line to be including VAT, we can activate this by marking the prices are including VAT. The bad business posting group is automatically set from the customer card. The payment terms, which define when the payment is due, are set, but we can change it if you want to give this specific document another due date relation. The same goes for the payment method that defines how the customer should pay. In the invoicing tab, we also have the two shortcut dimensions. Here, the project code and the department code. These comes from the customer card but can be updated here. We can set a payment discount percentage and the date from which the payment should be completed to achieve this payment discount. We can either do it manually or we can change it to a payment term which include this payment discount. Let me show you. And now a 2% and the date has been moved. In shipping and billing, we can define where the order is going to be delivered and who is going to be billed for the order. If the customer is not set up to be shipping to a specific location, the default will be that it is to the sell-to address. But I can change this. If I've set up ship to codes, I can choose these in alternative shipment addresses. And I can choose from the list which have been defined. If I'm on the other hand would like to a custom address that hasn't been saved in the system, I choose custom address, which give me a list of address fields in which I can update. In shipment method code, we defined how the items are shipped to the customer. In the agent, we can state who are going to ship it. In agent service, we can define what service the agent offers. And in package tracking number, we can set in the package tracking number we have been received from our shipping agent. Similar in bill to. As a default, it will be billed to the customer unless others have been defined on the customer card. But I can change it to choose another customer, which makes it possible for me to look up in my customer list. If we on the customer card has set up from which location that we normally ship these items to, this will be transferred to the sales order. But we can change it if it in this case is another location from where the order should be shipped. In shipping advice, we can state if the customer has agreed to have their shipment impartial or it needs to be complete before we can ship it. In outbound warehouse handling time, we can define how long it will take us to handle the order before it can be shipped. In shipping time, we can define how long it will take from we have handled the order to the order will be received at the customer. In the last tab, we can define prepayment if this is needed for the sales order. If you want to know more about prepayment, this has been described in another video.